You ready?
There is a connection between the paranormal, UFOs, and the myths of ancient history. The clues are scattered across the landscape from a forbidden past, maybe even in your own backyard. There is a connection between the true nature of our reality, consciousness, and the unexplained. I'm Carl the Crusher. Let's explore the unknown. Welcome to the Carl the Crusher channel, and I want to introduce you guys to a very secret and special spot that has now been named the Magic Mesa, and I've called this research project now the Mystery at Magic Mesa. And it absolutely blows my mind because this is in a significant location that I've been researching for like the last year, where I've been tracing down the ancient legends that have to do with giants and petroglyphs, UFOs, all kinds of ancient historical myths and mysteries from thousands of years ago that seem to point to some sort of supernatural explanation. And they all have led to this one point that point to this mesa right here. These mountains, mesas, and cliffs off to the east of here are actually full of legends of giants. Some of them 14-foot tall, some of them 20, 30, even 40-foot tall giants. The people who settled Fredonia, supposedly some prospectors went out into these hills right over here and encountered actually living giant people. Okay, that's odd. This is what it looks like from my perspective. That's where we just came out of. Crawled all the way back in here. There's carvings all over the wall. It dead ends right there. But I tell you, there's like a weird energy coming out of here. Below this big wolf petroglyph, down here is the most fascinating one to me. It looks like a depiction of a whole figure with the head and arm with his hands up like this, another arm over here. His body goes down, and then he has these giant feet like this. And look at the toes. Watch as I go close to this boulder. Especially where the wiggly lines are.
That is so
right?
Interesting.
The eyes, the face, the antenna are all so strange. The hands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why are the feet turned inward? There's these spikes coming off of the side. Here we have the infamous black mailbox. This is actually a residential mailbox that goes to the ranchers that live on Groom Road on the way to Area 51. There were 3 lights. They were like amber colored lights in the sky. It literally just looked like 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is. There they are. See? What is that? Look at that. They're going up in the sky. This is right in the area where Bob Lazar said that to park and look to the south. What is that? There's a bunch of stuff.
Ladders. There's like a ladder or something up there. What is that?
We've seen that up the other canyon where those other petroglyphs are. Maybe. Even up here on the left, you've got the same humanoid figure, and it's like a whole story going on here. We have this big wall right here covered with all these petroglyphs, and this stone that looks like it's cracked and fallen down from above is also beautifully carved. And this tells a whole other story. We've got the same thing. We've got horned figures, whether this was like a horned headdress that they wore, but it looks like he's holding some kind of a spear or something like that. It looks like there's energy coming off of him, some kind of a symbol like this. Now I saw this around the rocks over there too. I don't understand this. We have this big T-shaped thing with like stuff in it. It's actually hard to get the entire thing in frame because I'm right on the edge of this ridge. And look, all of these petroglyphs line up. He's holding something in his hand, or his hand is really strange. You can see it there. Horns, shoulders, short little arms, huge triangular body, and then like tiny little legs with feet. What the heck? I mean, I keep seeing these all over the place. It came out from, oh, there it is, there it is. Look how slow it's going. Oh, how cool would that be if it flew right over here to us? It obviously has something to do with the stars and astronomy, but they all depict these beings or entities. Like this looks like a person, some sort of an entity with a belly. They have this one that's got like stuff above its head up here, or that's a different figure as well. Look, you've got this Ant-Man figure with ears, almost like a cow with horns. That looks like people, some kind of a crazy pyramid shaped. I have no idea. All of the evidence that I've been tracking down and studying over the last year has been pointing in one direction, and ultimately I've been given access to this piece of property where this mesa sits behind me. And in the last 48 hours, I've actually filmed and recovered like over 20 minutes, about 25 minutes of unexplainable, strange phenomenon appearing on the side of this mesa. What ended up happening in the result of that night from like 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. was we witnessed geometric light forms and shapes appear on this mesa out of seemingly nowhere. We've debunked that it could be headlights in the distance or some kind of a spotlight or reflection phenomenon, but what we saw was clear geometric shapes. We saw clear 90-degree angle squares appear on the mesa up over on this side that had to have been 100-foot tall or over 50-foot tall and across, huge giant squares up in this corner. And we were seeing geometric shapes appear like almost like out of thin air magically in like plasma forms on the surface of this mesa. This is a REM pod we've got on the ground and it is going bonkers. What in the world is it doing? It's moving right there.
Can you see my point?
You totally, yeah, you're right on it. We just saw a second ago completely light up. Yeah, that whole left side. Whoa, dude! So if we see anything, we can point right at it or try to get a response with the laser. It's coming down the hill like an avalanche. The whole mesa is lit up. Now it's gone. Gone! What the hell was that? There was a moment that I'll never forget where I actually asked in my own mind, hey, how about a triangle? And then I said it out loud, how about giving us a triangle? And then up here on the mesa, about 10 seconds later, a giant triangle upside down appeared on the mesa, and it was glowing like the whole mesa was on fire, and I've never seen anything like it. I couldn't believe it. We were here most of the night and captured some incredible stuff, and on the drive home I called my friend Chris Bartell, and I've shared this footage of 25 minutes worth of what I captured with some of my trusted friends and scientists and researchers, and their minds are blown about maybe what I captured and the implications of what it could mean. So I cannot wait to show you. This is the beginning of a whole new chapter with a whole bunch that's going to unfold with research. I've got other people watching. I've got 25 minutes worth of footage of the REM pod going off and acting bonkers, all my scientific equipment acting silly on me, and then everything that we captured on the night vision I'm having looked at and professionally evaluated, and I'm actually going to be revealing it officially. I have a whole hour that I'm going to be presenting this at the Ufo Disclosure Symposium, where they have 4 other pieces of actual military grade UFO footage that they're releasing to the public for the first time. And somehow I've shown this to the people involved in that symposium, and now it's going to be included in the entire symposium as part of the reveal because the evidence is so profound. So it's all being looked at and analyzed. We're going to keep coming back and further the research, and it's ongoing. but I cannot explain what I saw. It seems so unassuming here in the daytime, but I promise you it was one of the most strange, paranormal, supernatural things I've ever experienced in my life, and it went on for hours. And the family here is really amazing, and they've given me permission and access to bring a team of professionals, doctors, scientists, PhD people to actually come here and do some real scientific research. So make sure and subscribe and turn on notifications. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and everywhere, and please make sure and get tickets to the UFO Disclosure Symposium, because that's when I'm going to release the full video, 25 minutes of everything that we got. I promise. I really want to upload it right now if I could, but it's coming, I promise.